Oh shit, what's up, dude? You are listening to Swamp Talk, brought to you by Brattlebrook Studio. Here's your hosts, Sean Miller and Corey Bush. Help me.
All right, job's done.
All right, see you later.
Just leave the family there crying. That's fucked.
All right, bury it.
Bury it, shit.
I'm an island boy, and I've been trying to make. Oh, I'm an island boy. I'm a
Oh,
yeah.
All right, welcome to episode 46.
We're on
Can you believe that?
46?
46.
Oh, my God.
How's that stab wound going?
You know, it hurts from time to time. We probably should have went to an actual doctor to get me stitched up instead of like a veterinarian. But, you know.
Shit happens. You know?
Yeah, shit happens. I don't want to go to jail, and I don't want the guy who stabbed me going to jail.
Yeah, he came in the wrong door. Apparently, he was supposed to rob somebody else and stab them. But, you know, we said, you know, it's all good, dude. You know, it happens.
Yeah, take what you want. Help yourself to some hors d'oeuvres.
Although I thought it was a little unnecessary that he continued to trash everything, but that's all right.
Yeah, he looked us. Well, I was
He
on the
had a
ground
knife.
bleeding out, but he was looking at Miller. When I looked up, screaming for help, every time I would see him looking at Miller, and he would just lock eyes with him and like push something over and just be like, "I'm so sorry."
Kind of reminded me of like a cat when you tell a cat not to push something.
And they
over
look at you and
they
then
fucking do it anyways.
Knock it over. Yeah.
Anyways, tonight's guest, Adam Plant, not from Led Zeppelin, and introduce yourself.
Hi there, people. How are we all doing? Good. Hey, my name is Adam Plant. We're going to pretend like we didn't just have like a 3-minute like introduction between ourselves when we weren't recording. We'll pretend that I'm just here, you know. My name is Adam Plant. I'm a very ugly human being. I like to be ugly. And I do ugly art, you know, ugly music, ugly art. And let's get into it, guys, huh?
I love it.
All right. Let's
All right. So, what do we have for news today? I know there was one you really wanted.
I'm going to save that for the end. That's
at
really
the end.
good.
Make sure we save enough time so you can actually read this
Oh
one.
yeah, Alexa, set an alarm for 49 minutes. I don't. No, Alexa. You know what? No, Alexa, cancel my alarm.
Oh my God.
Alexa, cancel my alarm.
Your alarm is not set.
Okay, Alexa, set an alarm for an hour from now.
Perfect.
Second timer, 1 hour.
Second timer.
Okay, well, whatever.
See if you can make an alarm to cancel the original alarm.
Alexa, set an alarm to cancel my other alarm.
43 minutes from now.
I can't hear her.
Well,
I'll call it and I can't hear a timer. 1 hour.
Okay,
all right.
that works. All right. I don't know what she just said, but
She
okay.
said she named it to I Can't Hear a Timer.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
set for 43 minutes from now.
Okay. All right, that works, I guess.
Uh,
All right, well, this one's a good one. I just saw it because the headline was stupid
Okay.
and pretty obvious. Missing lemons were probably stolen by humans.
Well, where is this article from? First of
Reviewjournal.com.
all? No, I mean the state.
I don't know yet. Las Vegas.
Oh, that is very surprising. I mean, a lot of people don't have time to read the news, so you kind of have to just sum it all up in the title.
Yep.
And I also don't think people in Las Vegas are probably reading the news too often. So them putting that out there is like, well, what the fuck are we going to do? What's the point of even putting news out? You know, everybody's just fucked up anyway. You know, write whatever the fuck we want.
I mean, if I was in the middle of binge gambling for fucking like a weekend bender, and I happened to just see like lemons were possibly stolen by humans on an article, I'm going to stop and I'm probably going to read at least the first line of the article.
I'd be happy to learn that it was humans.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's true. Absolutely. I mean, like, I'd be more concerned if it wasn't humans, you know?
Yeah,
I'm glad they...
I don't even know what kind of animal would steal lemons. Like
some sort of mythical beast. You know, this is like I don't know, man. Like it seems like this is fake news. The stuff that Donald Trump was preaching about. You know, he was warning us about the lemon thievery. You know,
there's a huge lemon shortage.
Here's a huge thing that this might be fake. There's no fucking article.
Oh yeah, that's
it's just a picture of some
you got scammed.
lemons, and it says lemons like these on Eureka on this Eureka tree usually don't ripen until December.
Okay, that's it. That's
Yeah,
all
and then there's an A as if it was like an answer or something. And it's a quote. I think someone stole your lemons. If a rat, we hope you appreciate our content. Subscribe today to continue reading the story.
You know what?
Oh, I gotta subscribe.
Oh, that's why you're not getting the article. Also, I feel like it was written by AI.
We could throw it in the AI and make an article.
Yeah,
out
we
of
can
it.
make our own article and just that's good enough.
We can do that.
I mean,
We'll do that throughout the episode. So if people stick around, they'll hear the actual story
yeah,
of what stole the lemons.
What our computer thinks happened to the lemons.
Oh, this one's a video. I don't want that to play. My God.
I mean,
I really want to read this story, but I'm going to wait till the end. But this one, woman jumps barrier at Bronx Zoo lion exhibit and dances with roses and tosses cash.
Fuck.
It's New York.
There's so much to unpackage in that sentence.
Oh my God, there's a video to it too.
oh boy, yeah. I mean, nowadays it's pretty rare not to have a video go with a news article.
Oh, she's dressed in this line's gonna fuck this lady up. She's in a bright red dress with leopard print like thing that goes over your shoulders.
Okay.
And she's like waving to the lion. The lion just looks like a cat. Like, you know how like when you do something weird and your cat just looks at you like, what the fuck are you doing? That's how the lion is looking at her.
I can't believe she didn't get mauled.
Oh my God, another person jumped in there. Just waving at the lion.
Why is there so many people jumping into this lion exhibit?
That lion is so confused of why she's in there.
Well, where the fuck are the zoo attendants?
I don't know.
And then busy stealing lemons, dude.
This is why this is all happening. It's all tied together. It all falls back to the Charlie fucking meme where he's like,
Oh yeah,
he's got all the lines drawn. He's fucking freaking out. He's got the cigarette going, and he's like, it's this all elaborate plan, and all just like right in the center of the fucking board is lemons. There's lions, then the dancing lady and shit.
Oh god.
Oh man.
I guess if you don't want to get mauled by lions, the best option is to just like up the cringe level, you know? I mean, I think lions their greatest weakness is cringe, and if you cringe a lion out too much, they'll just be like, "Oh, okay, I'm not even gonna fucking maul you because you're already dead."
They have too much self-respect. That's great. Oh, I'm not going to embarrass myself by eating that.
Yeah, I'm not getting involved. I'm done here. I'm removing myself.
Or maybe the leopard print deterred the lions from attacking a fellow cat.
Yeah, well, because it's a leopard.
Yeah. They were like, that is one odd leopard. We should just pretend like we don't notice her. Oh my God, another one jumped in. These are weird leopards.
Do they even know what a leopard is?
I would just assume that they would think it's just an odd looking lion.
God, this is real? When I saw the ad on Facebook, I thought it was just like, oh, Arby's doing something stupid. No, Arby's is selling their own 2 flavors of vodka inspired by it's curly and crinkle fries.
Vodka?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, if I find it, I'm going to buy it.
That's disgusting.
I'm not going to drink it, but I'm going to buy it. It's a collector's item.
Are you familiar with Arby's?
Not greatly. I don't think we have them in here in the great land of Australia. Not as far as I know.
All right, it's like a fast food sandwich type thing.
Yeah, they love meat.
Yeah, it's mostly like roast beef, prime rib, and shit. And now they're getting into the vodka.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I've just
Flavored
looked
after
up.
French
I am
fries.
flavored after French fries. I doubt that it's gonna have some sort of meat flavoring, like roast beef, potato, or something. Fucking.
Where the fuck is this being sold? Like, what state is?
I don't know. America's fucking shot.
The article's from Columbus.
Yeah, don't trust that state.
80 proof vodka, inspired by its curly and crinkle fries.
Oh my god, this is. What else? I feel like there's more stuff that like fast food joints are doing to like branch out of the fast food.
I don't know. I kind of miss when Burger King came out with the chips.
Those are gone. I feel like I still see them
I haven't
every
seen
now
them
and
in
then.
a long time.
It's probably because people don't buy them. So like,
No, because they'd rather have the real deal.
yeah.
You know what's the shocking about? Like, I'm just literally scrolling through Google Images right now and looking at all this fucking American fast food. And again, I'm not a big fast food eater, but what shocks me is like how different your fast food looks to our fast food.
Yeah, the quality
You know,
is just shit compared to.
But like, I mean, like we haven't got great quality. I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, well, Australia's fast food. We're living the fucking good life. But it's amazing how vibrant the colors that your fast food captures. Like you guys really have some fucking unbelievably vibrant fast food.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because most of if you're looking at like the really nice looking photos, those are fake. And then most of our foods have dye in it too to like bring out that color, like make it very vibrant and more appealing.
Well, I guess if you're gonna like kill yourself on anything, you want it to look good, you know.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
so
Our
I mean,
food does look
like
really bright.
It does, man. Like in Australia, it's like if you got that image of that, like I'm looking at an Arby's fucking burger, and I mean, in Australia, you could grab that burger and just grab the saturation, like color saturation, and just bring it right down till it was gray. That's what our food looks like.
Oh no!
Like, everything is just like there's no fucking color to it.
So it's how it actually looks. See, Australia must not put the dye in to make it more appealing.
Our
to
cheese
people.
is so yellow.
Our cheese doesn't. All right, let me tell you about our cheese, okay? The last time I bought sliced cheese, this is the stuff that's like each slice has like its individual wrap on it. So that's how you know for like starters that it's going to be shit cheese. And then I've had it sitting in my refrigerator for almost half a year now, and it still has, I think, a little over a year and a half life left in it before it expires. And I'm like, cheese shouldn't last this long.
That's a good aged
That's some good Aldi's cheese right there.
Yeah, dude, that's evolution. We know how to fucking make our food last. Come on, kill the. You know, if there's any way that like they used to say, if you're gonna like go through the apocalypse, fucking get canned food. We're not living in that fucking dismal kind of bullshit society anymore. We can buy anything and it lasts forever.
Yeah,
I love it.
Literally. You can just let it sit out and it'll be good.
Yeah.
You don't even need to refrigerate it anymore.
Nope. Absolutely.
Especially like I've seen this guy's held on to like McDonald's burger. He has it underneath this glass thing and fucking he keeps it in his house and it's like a perfectly preserved burger that he's been holding on to since McDonald's started.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I look it up. I swear to God, like this guy held on to a McDonald's. Like, look up the oldest McDonald's burger in existence right now, and fucking, he unwraps it from time to time, and it still looks edible. And it's like that's fucking gross. It shouldn't still look like you would eat it.
Looks like it's microwaved.
Yeah, all it does is look like it's slightly microwaved, but the bread's fine, the meat's fine. There's no mold.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
It's lost.
I
Its
wonder
color.
I wonder if it's gained in value. Like, I wonder how much he paid for it and how much he can sell it for.
Because of how old it is, it probably at least doubled its value.
Oh, absolutely.
Could at least
You know,
get
I'm-
$2 for it.
Oh God, that's gross. Is this guy gonna eat one?
No.
You ever see those fucking guys who like review survival kits.
Yes,
from, like,
I was just
yesteryear.
about to say
Honey,
that.
this way.
Oh,
They're like mad old
the
too.
Steve 1986 or something like that. He eats
Well, there's
MREs.
Yeah.
He ate
Yeah,
one
that's
from
the guy.
1901.
Yep. My favorite is the 50-year-old bacon.
I just like the fact that he ate this really old chocolate and he was like, wow, this is really good. Now just imagine having really good chocolate, like the best chocolate you've ever had, and never finding it again.
Yeah, never being able to have
Yeah.
that chocolate again because it's aged to perfection at that point.
It was like Swedish chocolate or something like that.
I'm pretty sure chocolate doesn't go bad as long as you don't get it wet. It's kind of like the same thing with sugar.
The worst thing he runs into is the cheese.
Ugh,
Because the cheese is always like grayish green,
Ugh.
like a mustard color, and it smells so bad. But he eats everything out. The cigarettes, oh my god, it's so funny
Oh,
when he
the
smokes the cigarettes. He's
These
like, oh,
cigarettes, dude.
that's a fine cigarette. They don't make them like these anymore.
You're smoking dust, dude.
Yeah, literally dust.
I fucking love watching that guy.
You know what? Well, I mean, back then, yeah, the cheese probably didn't hold too well. But nowadays, if you think about it, Slim Jims sell like their little meat stick with the cheese next to it, and that's not refrigerated. That just sits out in the warm air for like
Same with
years.
those sardines over there.
Yeah. So like I feel like if there was cheese in an MRE now, that shit might actually be good 50 years down the line.
Maybe.
Cuz it'll probably be wrapped in plastic.
Yeah.
And fucking vacuum sealed or whatever.
Fucking Steve 1986.
I mean,
So
where does
good.
he get? Does he just buy all this shit from like? I mean, where is he getting his like?
I think he
his
like buys
packs
them
from?
at like a museum, or he finds them online, and then he'll buy like a couple of them and eat one, and then save a couple for himself. And
I'll
send the rest
keep this
to a
one for
museum.
later.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he
That's
should.
fair
He's
enough.
got a system.
At least he's getting them out of, the black market per se.
yeah. I'd like to know how much diarrhea he gets. You know, I feel like this guy probably
A lot.
like lives day to
Just
lives
squirts.
day to day on
It's
this,
never solid.
like that. Like it's so glad. I'm so glad that I can't smell his fucking room.
Oh
because
my god!
I just-
Imagine his
he's probably
house.
sitting.
It's just a bunch of empty
just
cans.
MREs all over the place. Old ass MREs.
Smells like dirty old cigarette smoke, diarrhea, and fucking rotting food.
I would hope he has a studio that he does this in. And
Nah, he does it in his room.
oh, poor whoever who he lives with, if he has anybody.
Probably just a
I'm
bunch
sure-
of rotted dead soldiers that he bought offline.
Oh my god, black market soldiers get the remains from.
Yeah, I got this one from 1917. This
Now-
one's from the beginning of the Spanish flu.
And now we're gonna try each and every one of them.
Eats them.
yeah, it's good jerky.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely preserved. Actually, no, I think they said like 7 or 8 years until there's nothing left on the body or something. If there's no, if they don't do any like preservation to the body in 7 to 8 years,
Yeah, unless it's
everything will
mummified.
be cleared off. Yeah. But there is ways to, like
They did a
if you were to
study on
mummify yourself.
they put dead bodies out in a field, and deer started eating it.
That's how did that not make cannibalistic deer?
I don't know, but I thought it was creepy that deer just started eating these
They're
dead
not
bodies.
cannibals. That's super weird.
Yeah,
That just means that eventually,
they eat anything.
well, yeah, but eventually, it's going to be like that movie with Will Smith and his son, where all of Earth just grows to eat humans and hate humans.
What was that movie called?
I think it was Earth.
Earth?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while.
It's not the one with the bunch of John Cena zombies, is it? No, that's I Am Legend.
Yeah, John Cena.
Dude, they all look like John Cena. If you look at them, they all look like John Cena.
No, they were in space, and then they went back
Oh, no, I haven't
because
seen that one.
something was going on. Like they were running out of supplies for their spaceship, and they were running out of time to find a planet that was like Earth. So I think like eventually they went back to this planet, and it ended up being like the original Earth, but it was like however many years down the line.
Yeah, Earth takes back everything.
Yeah, but it also grew to, everything hunted humans, and they were massive. Like everything grew to be bigger, like giant eagles, pterodactyl-sized eagles.
Giant eagles. Look at the size of that freedom. Its caw is so loud it like blows your hair back.
Caw, 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 caw. It just echoes, fucking shattering glass and shit.
Skin starts peeling off your face.
It's not even high pitched. It's caw, caw. Just echoes through canyons.
Oh man. What? Hold on, I gotta click on this real quick. Come on, click on it. All right. Passers-by spooked by banana bags. Upload a picture to social media after feeling spooked by what appeared to be ghostly human figures suspended in midair on a rural roadside in some town I'm not even going to try to pronounce. The pictures were shared on Facebook. The spooky effigies turned out to be banana bunch covers used by a banana farmer to protect the ripening fruit.
Oh my God.
That is creepy. It is just a bunch of cloths hanging out, and they look like ghosts.
But I mean,
what the fuck? No, but that's the thing. The thing is, I mean, like, I don't want to be this guy who's like, fuck people who can't like put one and one together.
Yeah.
But like, you got a bunch of bags hanging underneath like banana trees. I mean, logically, your brain should be like, oh, they look like ghosts, but.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, and you should take into account, like, okay, I live in an area where they grow fruits like that, like bananas or oranges. Like, I live in a warm climate. So, I mean, there's gonna be stuff hanging from trees from time to time. You said this guy was a pastor, right? Or something?
Passerby.
Oh, passerby. Okay.
Yeah. No, the road is just lined with these things that look like ghosts hanging from
When
the trees.
is this article from? Is it back in October?
Probably. I don't see a date.
Well, I mean, it was just Halloween, so if
It's
anything...
from Taiwan English News.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't think they celebrate Halloween over
And we
there.
do have some listeners in Taiwan. For some reason, we just... Oh, this is from November 9th.
Oh, well, a week after Halloween. I mean, somebody could be just, slacking on pulling down their Halloween decorations. No, their first thought was ghosts. It isn't odd that these ghosts are in the same area. Like, you're driving by, but they're not moving around. They're just staying stationary.
yeah, you lazy fucking ghosts, get your shit together.
Yeah, start booing at people.
I'm seeing if they have Halloween over there. Because they might not. Who knows?
I don't know.
Halloween. Oh, yeah, they do, and it's fucking creepy. Oh, my God.
Well, then what the fuck?
Oh, my God, it's so creepy.
Well, yeah, I would imagine that they take it to the next level.
What the fuck?
They probably have to hand make their stuff.
Like, the children are super creepy. Oh, my God.
Look up America back in fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Early Halloween.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was
creepy.
And
That
it's
was
like...
creepy.
And it's like, you got to think, like, places that aren't as advanced as, some of these other countries.
No, their costumes are fantastic.
Are they?
Yeah, like, they're really fucking creepy.
They probably make them
Even
themselves.
just like their
they
simplest-
really get into cosplay. I gotta
Just
see.
their children are just creepy. Look at them. Look at that one. And then this lady.
That's...
Yeah, fuck that.
You know what it is? They love The Grudge.
Yeah, they do.
They do, yeah.
Yep, they do. That's like a hit out. Well,
It was originally theirs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They do love The Grudge.
And then America had to take it and ruin it. I'd never seen it, so I.
We didn't even ruin it. We kept. I mean, we kind of did, but we threw Americans over there.
Yeah.
That's all we did. Everybody, like, that's, I don't know. I don't think America totally ruined it. I think they tried to do it the best that they could. But, yeah. After so many Grudge movies, they ruined it.
Like their swimsuits from the 20s.
Oh, with the fucking caps and stuff on their heads. What was wrong with people back then? Also, I saw a photo today because we're talking about history and shit. It was like people want to talk about how fast or how slow everything's moving, but I just want to share this. And it was a picture of the first ever airplane and then the first ever moon landing. And those photos were only 60 years apart. So in that time span from the first ever airplane, we went to space in 60 years. I mean, that's pretty fast.
This fucking photo. Hold on, I'm going to share my screen.
Are you looking up old divers?
Yeah.
Ooh, old dive suits. Those were pretty scary.
Yeah, that's what they were. You see that?
Oh, what the fuck am I looking at?
That looks like fucking Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
Yeah, that's what they were back then, all the swimmers.
Oh, shit. I have a mask that's like that right there.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, the aluminum foil one.
Yeah.
No, we don't have the camera hooked up today.
The fuck is the point
You
of
could hook
that?
it up real quick. It fell down right there.
Oh, yeah. I see it. No, I don't.
It's literally where my mic was.
I think it's already plugged in.
I know. You could probably switch it on.
Yeah.
I don't want to put on the mask. I can't fucking breathe.
Go away, window. I don't care. All right. I'm going to get rid of it because the menu's right in the way of all the tabs.
But yeah, I mean, when I saw that photo, I definitely was like, I wonder what it's going to be 60 years from when I was born. Like, we've already seen so much.
What, the swimmer?
No, not that photo. The photo. I'm talking about the meme that I saw earlier about, like, the first ever airplane to the first ever space flight.
Yeah.
They were only 60 years apart. So, I mean, that's crazy to think about. And just, like, from the
Huge
point where
difference.
I was born to where we're at now in 30 years, I've witnessed so much change. Like, we've gone from no
TVs,
cell phones
to
flip phones to, like, the most high-tech cell phones, not everybody having a computer to everyone having a computer. Like,
remember how big computer
Video
screens
games
used to be, the computer monitors?
Oh my
Why couldn't
God.
they just be the same as a TV?
I was watching In the Dark last night.
And if you break the screen when it's on, it explodes.
Yeah,
like,
those
what the
things.
fuck?
They were dangerous back then. It was like a ticking time bomb. Like old school TVs too, they would explode when you tried to shatter the screen.
Yeah.
Yep. But I was watching In the Dark last night, and for some reason, like everything else, like they all have iPhones and like these high tech devices and shit. But you know, when the police officers went to look up like security footage that they save in their little whatever the fuck that place is called, it was on an old school computer with like the old school monitor. And I was like, why did they do this? Why? Like, you could clearly tell that they overimposed an image on the screen. It wasn't actually what was playing on the screen. But it's like, why couldn't you do that on like a modern day computer? Why did they choose to use such an old school computer? And now, like, it's been rattling. Like, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out, like, do cops actually use old technology?
They're harder to hack.
Ah,
that's why a lot of nuclear
okay.
places still run off of
I
like
never knew that.
1960s, 1970s technology.
That's smart. Yeah,
'Cause
there
you
wasn't
can't hack
hacking
it.
back then.
Yeah.
Too much, at least. I mean, people didn't really know.
I don't think it's actually on the internet. It's on a network within the building or some shit.
It was all saved storage, like video files, and they were running it through this old school computer. And I'm like, bro, I know.
And sometimes
for a
they can't
fact-
convert that shit either.
Well, this was like CCTV style footage that they grabbed from a bank, but they were viewing it on this old school computer. I just didn't understand. Like, I'm pretty sure they view this shit on TVs now. Like, they'll stream it to the TV, or they'll have a hookup that brings it right to a TV, so they don't have to watch it on this old school device. But like, I'm watching it, I'm looking at the resolution. I'm like, I know for a fact that bitch does not have 1080p on that shit. And I was like, that is way too clear. Like, it should be pixelated, like all blurry and stuff. Like, I remember vividly what those monitors were like, and they were garbage.
Man, remember when everything came out and it was clear, like clear phones, clear TVs,
the clear Nintendo 64 controllers?
Yeah, those are cool. I wish that stuck around. Like, imagine clear TVs now.
You can still get them.
Can you?
Yeah. I know for a fact you can get PlayStation controllers that are clear.
Yeah, that's true.
You can. You could probably custom order a PlayStation and have it be clear plastic. They do anything now if you pay enough money
Yeah,
for
but
it.
you used to just go into Walmart and buy it.
Yeah, well, that was the cool thing.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see the internal workings of a console now.
No, it's too complicated.
it's overwhelming.
Oh, hey, your
We're
vape
very
is clear.
fragile.
People can't
Oh, is it?
comprehend.
Oh yeah, my vape.
Yeah, your vape is clear.
Yep, I forgot. As I'm like, yeah, I know there's other stuff that's clear. I'm like, I'm not even paying attention.
You ever see that bathroom? I don't know where the toilet is in the world, but that one that's like made out of double-sided mirror. So people, you can see out, but people can't see you.
Yeah. When you lock the door, it fogs up. Oh wait, no, I did see one where it was clear, but on the outside it
fogs. Or
I saw two versions of it. The one that fogs up when you lock it, and then one that's a mirror. You can look out, but they can't look in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like in the middle of a park. Imagine if it failed. It didn't work right.
I know. Just one day there's a power outage, and
You're
just
taking
out.
a shit, and all of a sudden it defogs.
There's a line outside the bathroom waiting on you, and they just see you.
A school goes by, like a bunch of kids on a field trip go by.
Now you're arrested for fucking indecent exposure.
Did you watch Nathan But You yet? Or Nathan For You?
No, I keep forgetting the goddamn name every time I go home.
There was one episode where he built a contraption to pull down his pants, and you got like a bunch of kids. So if he didn't escape out of this contraption,
shit.
he would be exposed to all these children.
Oh my god.
The parents had to sign papers to say it was okay and stuff. Like, what the fuck?
What is wrong with these
It
parents?
was so good. He went through a lot to build that machine. He hired an engineer and shit.
Imagine going to school.
I think that was the episode where he had to trick the guy into building it.
Yeah, but I mean, I would feel that way too. Like, you pay all this money to be an engineer, and you should be getting top dollar right now because they're one of the most paid fucking professions out there. And some guy comes up to you and is like, I need you to build me a machine. He's like, all right, what do you need? I need you to build me something that pulls down my pants.
In front of children.
In front of children.
That show is so good. My favorite is still when he made the poop flavored ice cream and he opened the shop. Oh no, the shop was already open, but he was trying to revive it. So he's like, why don't we add some new flavors? Why don't we do a poo flavor? So he went to this ice cream shop and actually came up with this poo flavor. And it tastes like poop. And my favorite part is this Asian guy takes it and he licks it, and his face is like, ugh. So good. Nathan For You is such a good show.
I gotta watch that
Of
show.
course, the guy's Canadian, so.
Have you seen the one where he fucking goes to that guy who's advertising as like the best burgers in Los Angeles or something?
I think so.
And he goes in there and he's like, oh well, there's a lot of people who sell burgers in Los Angeles, but nobody claims to be the best. So if you really are the best, then you'll put up a thing saying that if it's not the best, if you don't think it's the best, I'll give you $100 of my own money. And it's just like the emotional brutality that he puts on this poor fucking guy is exceptional.
Oh my god. What was another good one? I just had it in my head. It was ridiculous, and I can't believe it actually worked.
You were telling me some of the shit he was
dude,
doing.
there's like 3 or 4 episodes or seasons, and it's just every single one of them was just ridiculous. There was one where he built this guy never went to the gym or anything, but he went to the gym, but they claimed that he never went to the gym. He only moved boxes. And he wrote a book. The dude went on TV. They made a huge thing out. Nathan built him a gym inside of like a storage container, so he wouldn't go to his actual gym. He had bottled water. He had all the weights and shit, just so like people wouldn't see the guy inside of a gym because he claimed that he never worked out before. It was so good. He started his own moving company or something like that. I gotta watch that show again because a lot of it was just so ridiculous. But the poo flavor, that one was good.
I gotta see this show. This show's...
Oh, and then there's one where you get a free TV, and all you have to do is, like, go grab it. But in order to grab it, you have to go through this door that's super fucking small into this other room, and then you have to go in this other room with, like, an alligator in it. No one got the TV.
I would imagine so. Well, what happens if the alligator bites somebody?
I don't know. And then I don't know if it's the same episode or a different one, but he tried to do price matching with Best Buy, and because Best Buy honors price matching, but it was like a super cheap TV or something, or they made it free and they wouldn't honor it. The show, the guy goes through crazy shit just to do these little things. Trying to make a smoke alarm an instrument.
That's innovation.
He came up with a band. He started this band, and he made this really good guitar player play the fucking smoke detector.
Oh,
he got it. Now it's an official music instrument.
I love instruments that are made out of like dumb shit. Like I think it's great. I don't know if you've ever seen the marble machine.
No, I don't think I have.
Oh fuck, man! It's like, I mean, it's genuinely a piece of artwork. It's like, those wind up boxes where they fucking hit the little. I mean, it can only play one song, but basically it's this big fucking contraption. And you wind the wheel, and it starts dropping marbles all over the fucking place, and it starts hitting different areas of this like machine that they've built, and it makes this beautiful song.
That's cool.
I mean, and a fucking terrible mess. Like, I mean, I wouldn't want to be the fucking prick who has to pick up all the loose marbles that are thrown around the place.
You think they would like put a tray underneath and have it like auto feed or something?
Yeah, hindsight is 20/20, I think. But just this like
maybe
comedic
that's the
kind
point.
Yeah. Now, hire some fucking sad motherfucker to pick up marbles. That's your job.
Well,
They're in a concert.
Speaking of art pieces like that make messes, I saw this one. It's like a ironic piece. It's a robotic arm. It does this dance stuff, but like while it's doing it, it's leaking hydraulic fluid. So like it uses its hand to like scoop the hydraulic fluid back to itself.
Out.
I saw a picture of when it started because the one that circulated around the internet was when it first started. Then they show it where it's at now, and it's like a gruesome, bloody scene. Like there's red fluid, like the oil has become this red, like dark blood color now, and it's all over the walls. The thing's a fucking mess, and it's slowed down to like this slow crawl of a machine. And it's just like the sad thing, but like it's that like I feel bad for when that finally gets cleaned up, whenever they decide to, redo it or tear it down when it finally shuts down. I don't know what the plan is, but whoever's got to clean that up, I feel horrible because now it's not just oil on the floor. It's all over the walls, all over the ceiling.
Like, what the fuck is the point of this? I'm literally looking at it now, and
you're seeing it. Yeah,
scoop. Yeah. Is it just scooping it? That's all it does.
Yeah. Well, it used to do like this weird dance stuff, and then it realized like, oh, I'm leaking fluid, so now it just like scoops the fluid back to itself, and then where it's at now, it's like there's fluid everywhere.
Yeah, no, that's a pointless piece of shit.
Yep, but they call it art.
Hey, come on. Again, we're living in the future. Like this
Yeah.
is the next step of evolution. Apparently.
I mean, I see that machine being used for so many more useful things than our viewing pleasure of watching a machine die and kill itself.
Right now, I'm looking up to see if there's a museum of just dumb stuff.
Oh, there's gotta be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
fucking
there's
hell.
got to be. But oh, look, New Hampshire.
Oh,
Portsmouth.
we could actually go to that.
It's called Museum of Dumb Guy Stuff.
Oh,
Because I love stupid art.
Oh yeah. Have
Stupid
you
art
ever
is
heard
so
about
good.
the ship machine?
no.
It's actually an Australian thing. Of course, you know. It's pretty much a machine. I can't remember what fucking museum it's in Tasmania. And basically they've made this long ass machine that just has different vials filled with chemicals. And so they put a bit of food in one end, and then you watch the food go through the different vials and through the different chemicals, and then out comes fucking shit at the other side.
So
Like just a log. Yeah.
they made the human intestines, basically. The
Yeah,
stomach
yeah, they
and
made it.
intestines.
And all it does for the last like 10 years is just shit. And apparently the room smells horrible. Like,
This is amazing. I love art.
yeah, could you imagine pitching that to the museum and being like, you know, I just really, really want to make a machine that just
Shits.
makes a terrible smell and just shits every day. And they're like, you know, that sounds pretty good.
What does this elaborate machine that you've created do? It shits.
It's shit.
It's shit. Back to instruments. You said you are an artist and you play. Do you play instruments, right?
I'm actually more of a composer than
Oh, a
musician,
composer.
man.
Well-
Yeah, I usually...
Tell us a bit about it. Tell us what you do.
Well, I like to make music that is fairly ugly and pointless, I guess, in to a lot of people. You know, some people probably don't even think it's music a lot of the time, but I think it's really funny to make almost like classical music and just make it almost unplayable. Like the last piece of music that I made was a song called "Herpes on Mars," and I thought, wow, let's make a classical piece of music, hire like 20 musicians, you know, ranging from violinists to celloists to harp players, and just make this song almost fucking unplayable, like really like difficult and just like an aneurysm.
Now,
And,
sorry, but do you do you film the artists while they try and do this?
No, I wish I had. I funneled this out to.
You gotta start doing it. Like if you do another one, just film them getting like frustrated with it and shit. Like, oh man, that'd be great.
Well, what was
to see.
great was I was writing this classical music, and I was a bit like hesitant if they could play this shit, because I mean it's not terribly easy to play.
So you're
And,
making like
I was-
technical classical.
Oh,
almost.
it's terribly complex. You know, again, it's I just want to see if I can burn the world down, or at least one musician at a time. And you know, I made this music, and I was like, oh wow, they really played that really well. I'm surprised. Let me just make it a little bit more difficult. And then they played it. I was like, oh, that sounds really good. Oh, okay, let's keep it up in the difficulty. And then by the end of it, a bunch of them quit. And said, you're not paying us enough to play this bullshit. I was like, all right, that's fair enough. I'm you know, basically paying you nothing.
Ah, that's so good. That'd be so funny to fucking watch. It's almost like a trials that you're putting these artists through, musicians through. That's funny.
And also I think that what's the biggest kicker of this whole thing is telling like a musician, I'm going to give you like a classical piece of music that is extremely difficult to play. And they're like, okay, fuck me, this is like ridiculous. And they're getting really, you know, probably fed up with this bullshit. And then by the end of it, they're like, oh, where can I see it? I'm like, yeah, here it is. I've named it Herpes on Mars. You know, like the last kick in the gut is that I've named it this almost
They're like,
pornographic
great.
name. Yeah.
Where can we listen to this, by the way?
It's on Spotify, so if you
Oh.
look up Adam Plant and
Perfect.
You'll probably find a bunch of my bullshit on there.
Nice.
See, every time I get a new guest, I'm like, I'm going to look them up before we do the podcast. And then I just get so distracted throughout the week. I always forget. I always feel
Yeah,
bad
it's
too.
difficult.
'Cause-
This is good though, because I feel like we
But-
should start talking more about what the artists do
Yeah.
instead of just having them do a shout out.
No, I'm enjoying this, man. I love talking about, garbage. I mean, I don't know what other people do for fun, but I usually just scroll YouTube looking for the most depraved shit I can find.
Exactly.
You know?
YouTube, fucking Reddit. I'm on all that shit.
Oh, absolutely. Do you remember 4chan? Does anybody remember 4chan?
Yes, I know it
I never
because one of my bands that I listened to was created through 4chan. A guy
Oh,
asked a community. He was like, "If you could," I don't even know what exactly he said. He's like, "If you could hear two genres of music, that I do, what would you want me to do for a band?" And they said N-word music and black metal. So this guy created black metal gospel
the
music.
dude that I can't pronounce.
It's Zealand Ardor.
Yeah, so good.
That's the band name. They recently picked up more members through the years, so they're like a legit band. And they tour now. But it's just funny to think that a joke became like this guy's legit career through 4chan.
I love that. I think that's fantastic. And what's amazing about that kind of thing is that there's so much bullshit music that gets played on the radio that is just like it is just a horrible mess of formulated garbage.
Yeah.
You've got like I mean, I don't want to shit on anybody's. I know that we're all Taylor Swift fans here, but this easy fucking listening shit that was made in a factory somewhere, and then you got genuine music that you'll never probably hear unless somebody fucking goes, "Oh, you know what? Have a listen to this fucking obscure piece of brilliance."
Yeah.
And it's amazing how the world is the media that we get fed on such a mass scale is so fucking.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I know exactly where you're coming from. I just feel everything now is just so fake.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything you hear on the radio, just fake, overproduced. And then the real musicians are buried because they're not willing to change up their style to appeal to what the masses are used to hearing now. It's not what we want to hear. It's, what we're used to. So now our ears are trained to it. So when we hear this, it's like, oh, I'm used to that. That sounds good. And it's like, no, you need to separate from that a little bit and go and experience some real music. That's why I listen to metal and like rock and shit like that. Stuff that has actual instruments. You can see them playing the instruments. I don't like just seeing artists. I mean, I do like my rap, don't get me wrong. But I don't like seeing pop artists just go out there and have a microphone and there's no band playing behind them. It's just dancers and stuff. No offense to pop music, that's always been their thing. But back in the day, there used to be bands. I mean, Backstreet Boys, they did this little thing back in the day. I don't like the Backstreet Boys, but I'll give them props to this. They would do their stuff, they would do their dancing, and then at one point they would kick the band off of their instruments, and then the whole entire, all the Backstreet Boys would play the instruments to one of their songs. And I was like, that's really cool. At least, they're somewhat artists, and but it's like you get these companies like the record label that was like, nah, we don't want you doing that. You can do that. You can do one song where you play instruments. We just want you dancing and singing this and that. And then,
well, what's terrible is that once upon a time, way back in the terribly black and white years of the 50s and 60s, you'd have a bunch of old gray people in their suits and their tiny little shoes, and they'd have no fucking idea about music. And these bands would come to these these old guys who are terribly they're not very trendy, and these bands would come to them and say, you know, here's my music, and this old guy would go, oh, I don't know what the fuck music is. Give him a chance. Fucking who knows if it'll do well. And now we've got these this really, again, very formulated brand of executive kind of producers, and they know exactly what sells, so they won't be willing to give anybody any kind of leeway because they know you need to do this, and this to actually get anywhere. Exactly. And so what you end up with is this really boxed in creative form. Yeah, no, I agree. Exactly that.
Yep. It's fucking, it's like, you know, I understand where the artists are coming from, because like you get to the certain point doing it your way, and then once you hit that record label deal, it's like, all right, we'll give you a deal, but you got to change this and this, and this. And the band's probably thinking like, well, nobody's going to listen to us because that's not what we do. Not realizing, you know, your little bit of fans pushed you to that point, and they're going to get you millions of fans that are going to like this new style of you.
Spectrum is planning to drop.
It's just
but that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I understand it. I would totally be on their side and just not want to change my style. Like, no, this is how we got here. I'm not changing it. But I understand why you also have to change, because, like you said, these record labels and producers know what's going to sell.
Absolutely. I mean, there is a commercial. But, yeah. I mean, oh yeah, it's fucking horrible. But you know, there is a commercial thing that I think most artists want. Whether you're a visual artist or a musician, you want like a commercial viability. You want to be, you know, seen, and you want to be consumed. But
I feel like it should be adapted a little bit more. Like your style could be adapted commercially, not just change it up to where it's like hints of what you used to be with this generic, you know, fucking whatever
I also
you call it.
The mentality that, you know, if you go into a room of 100 people, do you want to play something that makes everyone happy, but as soon as they walk out, they forget who you are? Or do you want to go into a room with 100 people and piss 99% of them off and get that one person who goes, you know what, that's for me. I'm never going to fucking forget this.
Yeah.
You know, I would prefer to touch one person on a far deeper level than 100 people in some sort of fucking bullshit thing that they could get anywhere else.
Yeah. They're being fed by 1,000 other artists, basically.
Exactly. Individuality is completely dead, and that's really it's such a sad fucking thing. Yeah.
It's well, that's probably the main reason why I listen to the genres that I do, because every now and then I'll hear a metal band and I'm like, I've never heard this before. This is fucking phenomenal. Like, oh my God. And like, then you find out like the band takes 7 years to produce an album. And it's like, I like that. I like a band that will take time to fucking, you know, write a song so it's not all sounding the same and shit.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No, do you know in Australia you can get there's a university offering a PhD in heavy metal.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you get a doctorate in teaching the different genres of heavy metal, because heavy metal or metal in general is just such a diverse kind of. There's so many subcategories of the motherfucking genre.
Ooh,
you know,
damn! I think I need to go to
amazing.
Australia. Shit. I mean, one of my favorite bands is from Australia, Northlane. So I would love to just go see them anytime I want, because as of COVID, they've only been touring in Australia, unfortunately.
Lord. What is it called? North Lane?
Yep, North Lane.
I've never heard of these people.
I mean, they're good. Definitely check out the singer, though. Marcus, I forget his last name. He does some acoustic stuff. His voice is phenomenal. Like, an amazing singer. Holy shit.
Gorgeous.
And the fact that he can, you know, scream. He does this thing where he, like, screams and then finishes it with singing. Like, goes from screaming to singing and flawlessly. And I'm like, how do you do that? That is so hard to do. That's like 2 different vocal ranges, and he's just doing it.
That's fucking exceptional. You know, I was working with this this girl named Megan recently, and fucking she shocked me with what she could do with her voice, where she was, I don't know how she was doing it. She explained to me that she was like inhaling and also singing at the same time, which I've tried to do now, but I'm like, how the fuck is that even possible? I think it's witchcraft, but it literally sounded like a fucking just this screechy mess, and it was just mesmerizing, you know?
Yep.
I've never heard such a high pitched whining like a you know those sci-fi instruments, like a theremin.
Yeah.
Sound like a fucking theremin.
Wow. Like,
Yeah,
how
it
do
was-
you
it
do
was-
that? That's crazy. Some people can do, like, Ozzy Osbourne, too, back in the day. Like, I always thought his voice was so unique, and I thought there was always an effect on his voice. And then come to realize, like, no, that was just his voice. Like, they didn't have vocal effects back in the fucking 60s and shit. I mean, yeah, you had reverb, but everything had reverb.
I fucking love Ozzy Osbourne more so for his personality now than his music then.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You probably have seen the videos of him.
Yep.
And his brain dead shenanigans.
Yeah.
I live for that.
Yeah.
I live for that.
He just does not care. Like, I remember when the Osbournes were a show on MTV, and I remember, like, before the episode even came out, they're like, Ozzy Osbourne breaks his neck on a 4-wheeler or 3-wheeler or something, and then the episode came out, and it showed him just take off in the field. He was whipping, and fucking all of a sudden, like, everybody's running towards him. They're like, oh my God, he fell. And it was just like, and then the next scene, he's like, getting wheeled out with a smile on his face, and he's got the neck brace on and shit. And I'm just like, yo, I hope I'm like Ozzy Osbourne when I'm that old.
Oh, absolutely.
That guy's just
He was only
living
in his
life.
50s when they recorded that show. He was like 53.
Yeah, but the drugs, he was basically a 70-year-old.
A dude can't overdose.
No,
It's true.
yeah, he's got such a crazy tolerance, and he snorted fucking
something in his genes.
fire ants.
Oh, the fire ant story.
Yeah,
That's right.
I actually got to see that thanks to that Motley Crue
And
the movie.
Slipped up the piss.
I was hoping, because I remember back in the day when I was younger, on one of our radio stations, they had Nikki Sixx and Ozzy Osbourne talking about this crazy story about how they were by a pool snorting fucking, or they got dared to snort fucking fire ants, and then the Motley Crue movie came out, and that scene was in it, and I'm like, holy
My
shit.
dad's
like,
seen that movie like 6 times.
It's a good movie.
It is good.
It was really good. But yeah, like, Ozzy Osbourne is invincible. I mean, the only thing that's going to kill him is his age. That's it. Like, nothing else can kill the man.
Well, now he's got Parkinson's.
Well, he's always been shaky. He had Parkinson's when he was 50. Do you not remember the Osbournes? He was trying to grab the remote, and he would shake towards it. Like, those weren't early signs of Parkinson's. He had full-on Parkinson's back then. Like, he must be on like some new medication.
Now
or
he's
something.
coming out with a new album.
Yeah. Maybe that's how he has that crazy voice. It's the Parkinson's.
Maybe. Oh, fucking Ozzy.
Yeah, he's
It's
gonna
be
be
one sad day when he
Yeah.
passes away.
At least he's living a full life.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, no doubt. It's kind of like those other fucking guys, Rolling Stones. They won't die either.
Oh, yeah, they've been around even longer.
Yeah, Jesus.
Since like 1963 or some shit like that.
Unfortunately, can't say the same about Van Halen. There's like what, one left?
I don't
From
know.
the original band.
I don't know.
I know.
Something like that. It's
One of them.
really.
I know Eddie Van Halen died.
Yeah, he died this past year, didn't he? Or last year?
Last year, one of
Yeah.
the two.
It was recent.
It's such a strange thing when these old or these rockers get old, you know, because I mean, age does have a tendency to kind of wither you away into this person who you kind of resemble, but you're not really that human anymore.
Yeah.
And some of them do it excellently. Like some of them age amazingly. Like I'm not that much of a Cher fan or Cher, whatever you want to
For
fucking call it.
fucking 70? Holy shit. There is no
But
way she's not like a fucking alien or something. Like
Right.
she looks like she's aged 10 years.
It's so bizarre, and
She looks
I mean,
creepy.
like again, I'm not the biggest Cher fan in the world, but I dig her personality because she is just the sassiest motherfucker who ever lived.
Yeah.
She's 75.
75 and she
Damn.
looks like that. Like that is crazy. I hope whoever
She looked like she died like 15 years ago.
whoever I end up growing old with, I hope that I look as good as Cher when
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, she doesn't look bad. Like there's no wrinkles.
She definitely doesn't look like she's in her 70s.
Yeah, no,
but
she-
60s, yeah.
50s or 60s, I
Yeah.
would say, easily. Like that's crazy.
It's all that plastic surgery.
I hope I look that good. Did she have plastic surgery? She doesn't. Her face doesn't look too far off from. Maybe Botox.
I'm sure she has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say the Botox.
It just sleeps in Botox.
Every time I see Botox, I think of that one meme. Like I'm an investor, so like, well, I'm a crypto investor. I will not.
Not
say
as bad
I'm-
as Madonna, oh my God.
I will not say I'm a stock investor, but every time there's a meme going around on these subreddits for these crypto things that I follow, it's always that one guy that's his face is filled with Botox and he's got these giant lips, and they're like, "Oh, blah blah blah, is selling, pamp it," and it's just like it's that guy with the cell phone. Oh man, I gotta figure it out. Search up pamp it meme.
Pamp it?
Yeah, pamp it meme.
Pamp it.
Maybe it'll show up. I'm gonna try and find this for you guys. Cause this guy's face, like, I was like, why would you?
Oh,
there he
Oh,
is.
that guy. That guy.
That guy.
He was that
Pamp it.
fucking,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Bagginoff twins.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
guy's
one.
fucked, bro. His face is
Yeah,
fucked.
it's him and his brother.
I know they're both fucked. I can't help but laugh. It's just pamp it. And all I hear is them saying it, so it just makes it worse.
My God.
I'm sure you guys are, pretty well aware of that whole GameStop thing.
Yes, yeah, the
Man, I
Wall
just
Street
love-
bets.
God, I just love, like, as fucked up and horrible this earth is and this world that we live in is, some things are just so goddamn beautiful that you just cannot conceive them sometimes, and that is one of them.
Yep.
I fucking love that. Literally, I've got up in the morning, had a terrible day, and just thought about the time GameStop fucked everything up.
Yeah,
and I just go,
gonna
fucking
go
love
out of
life.
business, ready to shut down, and then boom, Wall Street Bets was like, let's pump it, and
Yeah,
fucking
goddamn.
skyrockets. I was like,
And to think I almost bought shares in that too.
but the thing is, like,
before that happened.
when I was reading that, that's what led me to get into crypto. Like, I knew it was too late for stocks. Like, I don't want to do the research to understand. There's way too many stocks coming out to, like, get it. At least crypto's, like, it's dumbed down to, like, a couple hundred. Like, that's easier to manage and, filter through. So, like, then I realized, I was like, I want a coin that is like Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets is a fucking community, and like they all got on board. One person was like, let's pump it, and then more people are like, pump it, and then all of a sudden GameStop skyrockets. And they did the same with AMC too. And it's just like, that's what we need in a coin. So then, research, I was like, obviously I'm going to invest in Doge. Like, Doge has its community. They all seem on board. Their community is amateur, to say the least. So I immediately sold out of that. But what?
Alexa, stop.
Yeah, we don't care. Alexa, shut up. So anyways, I started doing a little bit of...
remind us to cancel our timer.
Yeah. Anyways, so like I tend to talk about this at least once a podcast because I like talking about my coin. I stumbled upon Shiba because crypto.com was the exchange I was using at the time, and they had just listed it, and it was on this trend of being like 25% up for like this week span, and I was holding off on investing, but it's still like it's worth less than a cent right now. And at the time, like, it was cheap, like real cheap. I was able to buy like 7 million or something for like $10. So I was just stocking up. Needless to say, like, I bought my fair share of Shiba, and then the community kept growing, and every time, like, it's mind-boggling, because every time there's like a vote, like these certain exchanges, they'll leave it up to their community to pick what coins they want to come on to the exchange. So like every time there's a vote like that, they share it in the subreddit. Boom, we're the one to win that fucking vote. So, like, we got the Binance one, we got the CMC one, fucking all these different things. Like, anytime there's an issue, the community all hops on board. If we need to hop in the Doge community and show them... All right, man. I thought it was over.
No, I accidentally hit that.
All right.
Instead of the mute button.
But, like... if they need to hop into the Doge community and show them what's up about a real coin, boom, everybody hops in there. Needless to say, though, it's all about community. And I love Wall Street Bets because of their community, and they're finally getting into crypto. So I feel like the move is definitely towards crypto. For anybody listening right now who wants to invest, don't do the stocks.
No, fuck the stocks. It's dead.
Fuck
and
stocks.
It's amazing how the next generation of people who have come in and kind of forwarded this, or the cryptocurrency, they've really made this such a eccentric and vibrant platform. You know,
it is.
I mean, you look at the best thing about the stocks, or at least, you know, Wall Street, was the shenanigans that happened behind the scenes. You know, it was all like this drug craze bullshit, and everybody was like, "Well,
party.
It's boring." It's boring as all hell, but the people who are controlling the whole thing, they're fucked. And that was fun.
They're fucking nuts. They're apes. That's what they would call themselves.
Exactly.
The fucking apes.
But it's amazing how Bitcoin is kind of a blurred line between, it's just a bunch of fucking normal people going ape shit on, and I love it. I think this is, you know, such a fun thing.
Bitcoin, fucking, they're doing phenomenal. They're at like 68,000, I think, right now per share. And then fucking Ethereum just hit an all-time high. I mean, just the crypto market is just every step of it. If you're being listed on a major exchange, there's no doubt that your coin will last the next 10 years. It's just you may not see what you were thinking, just because there's so many other coins being accepted on these things. And it all depends on what people want. And I just like the fact that there's now utility. Like, we don't have to...
What the fuck is that? What is that? My God.
What did you do? Stop fucking with shit. Just stop touching shit over there.
This ad just popped up on this website that I've been on for the past 5 minutes.
Doing nothing but
oh my God,
fucking things up over there. But yeah, that's my favorite thing about crypto is now you're not stuck to just having your normal country's currency. Now you can have multiple currencies with multiple worth. Like, it's fucking great. Like, I got my crypto Visa ready. Like, if I make a substantial amount, boom, I'm gonna swipe away. Lambo when? Lambo now.
Damn, yeah, no, it's amazing. I also like just you know, I don't know, scrolling through people's like company stocks just to see, like, I don't know, this is just a weird, I really have no point for doing this. Like right now, as soon as we started talking about it, I just went on to World Wrestling Entertainment and their stocks.
Oh, well, speaking of wrestling, hey, I mean, okay. me and Miller here are trained professional wrestlers. So,
oh, really? This is
great. we don't like talking about it too much in the podcast because we separate.
So many stories we can tell.
Yeah, there's only so much time, but I mean, fuck it. Yeah, we're trained professionals. We actually wrestled last weekend.
No shit.
Yep.
Now, when you say trained professionals, are we talking about like Olympic wrestling or WWE style wrestling?
WWE.
Oh, I love that. I was hoping you'd say that.
Awesome.
We
always
I don't
love
know.
fans of wrestling.
Dude, I mean, I grew up with it, and
Same.
I just think it's like there's like, I mean, South Park put it best. If I don't know if you guys are South Park fans, but that
Yes.
kind of like it's
That-
the theater, you know.
So good.
Wait.
It was such a good episode. The
Is that
drama.
the episode where it was just all drama? And
Yeah, there was not a single thing of wrestling in there. And all the guys in the audience are like crying and shit. It's so, I love it.
You know, the characters, everything about it. You know, there's this really beautiful kind of silliness to it, which I mean, some wrestling fans get, I think, a little bit too into the whole thing, and they really die hard. But
we call
there's
those
a
marks.
creativeness. Marks.
Yep, those are the wrestling marks. They'll like, first time they see you, like, they'll run up to you and be like, "Hey, can you sign this?" It won't even be like a photo of us. It'll be like some other wrestler.
orange?
An orange. Like, we had a wrestling match where we wrestled
root beer bottle.
a pirate and another pirate. I think they were both pirates at the time. I don't know. But we brought oranges. We hid oranges around the ring for their scurvy. And but we weren't sure if they were vampires, so we also had a thing of garlic on us just in case. So needless to say, like, we had these different spots where, like, I went out to the audience, I would grab an orange from underneath somebody's chair, pull it out, and we were just tossing oranges afterwards and handing them out after the match and shit. And people were coming up to our booth where we sell merch and asking for us to sign their oranges. And I'm like, you do know these are gonna rot. Like, they're not permanent. They didn't give a shit.
These aren't McDonald's burgers, guys. These do have a shelf life.
You know how many times?
Yeah.
You remember all the Fox Vineyard photos we would have to sign back in the day? Like, we didn't have photos of ourselves, so like, people would just buy other wrestlers' photos and then bring them over to us and want our signatures on them. And I'm like, this defeats the purpose.
All right, I'll ruin Fox Vineyard's picture with our signature.
Shout out to Fox. He's a good dude.
But you just gave me a really good idea. Next NYCW show, we should just get a bunch of cheeseburgers and sign them.
Oh yes, absolutely.
We need to get our third member to actually come with us so he can film us handing out cheeseburgers. I want the after thing, like the parents just immediately taking away the cheeseburgers and like throwing them away. Like, you can't eat that. You can't trust that.
Cheeseburgers, get your cheeseburgers.
Straight from the swamp. Yeah. But yeah, we do the wrestling stuffs. It's fun.
Yeah, I like that idea. Don't even sell them. Just walk around and hand them out.
People are immediately just going to toss them away.
I don't care.
We need to
$20
tell them.
on double cheeseburgers.
We got to print out instructions on how to preserve the cheeseburger so that the signature stays like that other burger that the guys had for like 50 fucking years.
Now I can't wait for next show.
All right, well, that was the alarm like 5 minutes ago to read that article you wanted.
Oh, yeah. What, are we going to end the episode?
We don't need to end it, but I'm just saying you got to read that article because that was the alarm, and Alexa's going to fucking pull out a gun and shoot us if you don't do it.
If you made it this far in the podcast, well, unfortunately, our guest won't hear this. A very important message, but we will.
Spectrum is planning to drop 22 channels, including Corncob TV. They're saying by the end of 2022, Corncob TV won't be available on your cable menu. That means you won't be able to see some of your favorite Corncob TV shows, including Coffin Flop.
Speaking of Coffin Flop, in Lawrence, Massachusetts, family sues after loved one's corpse falls out of casket.
Oh, no. That is like my biggest fear every time I go to a funeral. That's why I don't really go to funerals. Like, I know it's fucked up. Like, we're going to veer off course here, and I can't help it, but I avoid when people are dying. Like, I know it's fucked up, but it's like, why would you want your last memory to be of the person dying?
Yeah.
Like, that's just how I look at it. And I learned that after going and seeing a couple people die. I'm like, I don't want, like, now that's literally my last memory of, say, my grandpa.
Yeah.
Like, we went to the hospital, and literally he wasn't even talkative. Like, his feet were cold. They said that, like, his feet were black, like, 7 hours before they even called him dead or pronounced him dead. So it's like, I don't want to hear that shit, you know? It's just really grim stuff. And I rather see them, you know, I try to see my relatives at least once a year, but like once they end up in the hospital and they ain't doing good, I'm out. I'm sorry. I know that's fucked up, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin that memory of them, you know, with this grim thought, because I already have so many. Like my brother, like I hate thinking of it. Like literally my last memory is the open casket of him. Yeah. And it's like, the fuck?
Yeah. But, yeah. Well,
anyways,
the last memory that this family
they're seeing their
family member flopping out of the casket.
One good look at their family member.
They're like, oh, just close the casket. I don't want to see him anymore. They carry him out. Flops out of the casket.
Oh, no. Oh, shit. He almost flopped out of the computer chair.
Almost did flop out of the computer chair. A Massachusetts family whose loved one's casket fell open as it was being lowered into the grave.
Oh, they
causing
the body
to flop out, has sued the funeral home and the cemetery.
Did the body fall into the grave without the casket? Probably. Oh, dude, that's fucked. They got the body all dirty. And then just throw him back in the casket and then bury him. That's so disrespectful.
They're in the funeral handled by Pura's Funeral Home. At city-owned Bellevue Cemetery in Lawrence on April. Oh, this is in 2019.
Oh, not even
recent. One of the side traps. One of the side traps on the city-owned casket lowering device broke, causing, I'm going to leave his name out, casket to fall into the grave and break apart. The corpse fell out of the casket in full view of horrified family members who became visibly distraught and hysterical. The suit seeks $50,000 in damages.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's like the funeral cost.
Plus some, yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. I'd be like, nah, you guys are paying for the funeral, and then I want pain and suffering. You fucking... I want your whole goddamn...
I think we lost our guest.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Hello?
Whoa, hey.
Oh,
look, I'm alive.
Yeah, I didn't even notice you dropped out.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is the curse of living in Australia. You know, dingoes eat our babies and the internet cuts out. It's just... It's chaos. It's chaos sometimes, guys.
Well, anyways, the corpse fell out of the casket, and now the family's suing the funeral home for $50,000.
Oh, I missed something real good.
Yeah, this happened in Massachusetts back in 2019.
They were quote, corpse fell out of the casket in full view of horrified family members who became visibly distraught and hysterical.
Who do you sue? Who do you like? What area do you sue? Do you sue the casket company? Do you sue like the funeral home?
They just
who's that?
Well, they said the casket was city owned, so they just
no. It was a city owned cemetery. I think they were lowering it in. And one of the things failed.
City-owned casket lowering device broke.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe they should hire a priest to sue God. That seems more accurate.
I mean, yeah, everything lands on him.
That's crazy. I would be so fucking pissed.
I would have been like, well, it's in God's hands now.
That's it.
Do you just kick the corpse in afterwards?
After he falls
give him a nudge.
Yeah, just give him a nudge and get him in the hole, bury him.
There we go.
All right, job's done.
All right, see you later.
Just leave the family there crying. That's fucked.
All right, bury it.
Bury it, shit.
The Island Boys.
No
play.
disrespect.
All the disrespect.
We left his name out, so nobody knows who he was.
Oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
I'm sure it's the talk of the town now.
Still to this day.
Did you hear that Jonathan's dad fell out of the casket? Oh my god.
Yeah, nobody speaks to Jonathan anymore.
They don't talk to
You
him.
ever see that that Netflix show? I think you should leave.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we're
exactly that.
we're quoting. That
Yeah.
the thing he played right before he shared this article was from Coffin Flop.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one coffin flop.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You'll hear it. when
Yeah,
you listen to the episode.
Miller here actually. We were watching AEW last night because we don't watch WWE anymore. WWE
Okay.
kind of grew stale to us, but AEW is like WWE Attitude Era. So
Good God. Okay.
it's worth watching, definitely. It's got Chris Jericho in there. It's got fucking Sting, fucking and like some of the top notch like new wrestlers. Like they're always
no
getting
shit.
Yep. Definitely worth checking out. Anyways, they had their pay-per-view last night, Full Gear, and it was MJF's match against who did he face?
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin. And right in the front row there was a sign that says MJF eats sloppy steaks. And fucking he immediately, like, we paused it, he took a picture of it, fucking put it with the Tim Robinson fucking smiling because he's a piece of shit with the slick back hair, and fucking the sloppy steaks thing, and like the meme took off. It was great. But
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm just having a look at this. This is the All Elite Wrestling, right?
yeah, All Elite Wrestling.
Holy shit, dude. I'm looking at their fucking roster, at least 2020 roster, and you got Matt Hardy, you got fucking, good God, there's a fucking huge range.
Their
here.
2021 roster is phenomenal too.
Yeah.
It just got better.
I love that. I mean, that was where I mean, even when I was into, like, heavily into wrestling, when I was probably in my early teens, I fucking absolutely adored WWF, especially, you know, the 80s and 90s, you know, all the what you could consider the legends. And, you know, fucking those guys are just amazing, both performers and character. You know, I mean, WWE now is just, it's a bit washed out. Like,
It's I don't know how to say, like, it. I don't like the augmented reality thing that they do. I think that's dumb. I don't like their little visual effects and their cinematic stuff that they do, like the whole Bray Wyatt thing, like how it all ended. I thought that was all ridiculous, and it's like AEW tried that. They tried the cinematic stuff. They got bad feedback. Then they took another go at it. They got good feedback because they did Darby Allin and Sting versus, like, I forgot the two that they faced. But it was a super good cinematic match. Like, everything you would want to see in a wrestling match that you would think would be in a movie. And it was phenomenal. Just everything that AEW does right now has that WWE or WWF Attitude Era vibe.
That's great. You know, just talking about celebrities or people who can't die. You know, fucking, you remember Mick Foley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Now,
actually,
that's a motherfucker.
he hates WWE and what they're doing right now.
Yeah,
They're
dude,
firing
because
everybody.
it is terribly washed out. I mean, the thing was, Mick Foley was, holy shit, the things he was doing were not children friendly kind of viewing content.
I think that was the
and that's
downfall, is when they went to appeal more towards children and not realizing that, you know, kids say the F word. I mean, back when I was in school, I was saying the F word. So, I mean, I know for a fact now with kids having cell phones, they're definitely saying the F word in elementary school. So what the fuck does it matter? And AEW last night, the chants were so ridiculous. They're all saying shut the fuck up and shit, and fucking it had that WC or ECW Attitude Era vibe, and it's just like everything back in the 90s that you loved about wrestling is where AEW is right now, and it's definitely worth the watch.
Oh, absolutely. I'm into it. And just on wrestling, this is very fucking obscure, but I recently joined I got picked up by a fucking talent agency to do extra acting.
Oh.
Mainly because I look like a fucking cliche. I have long hair and a mustache and ugly sideburns. And I went in there and I said, I want the ugliest and stupidest roles that you can give me. And they were like, yep, that sounds good to us. You look horrible. And I said, good, fantastic. And so the next minute we were talking about wrestling, me and this talent agent. I was saying, oh man, I fucking love wrestling. I just love how campy it is and how silly it can be and how theatrical it can be. And we were really getting into it. And he gave me a ring the other day and he said, Adam, you're gonna fucking love me. I got you an extra role in Young Rock.
Ooh.
You know that fucking show?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited to just be like a fill-in extra on this fucking
What, in the new season or the season that just passed?
It'd be the new season, yeah.
Nice.
So
all right. I gotta finish the first season.
I've never even seen it. I just know about it, and I was like, yeah, no, this sounds great. Anything.
It reminds me of Everyone Hates Chris and Fresh Off the Boat, if you ever watched those two shows.
Yeah, my God.
It gives me that vibe. It's good. I didn't finish the season because I got sick of waiting a week. So I was just waiting for it to end so I can just binge watch it.
Well, speaking of The Rock, there's a movie on Netflix right now.
The Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds. It's called Red Notice, and that shit is fucking
I gotta watch
great.
The trailer started playing, and Ryan Reynolds
so
just
good.
outs him in the middle of the jail.
Yeah, I was like I gotta
what the
see
fuck?
this.
Yeah, I'll probably watch.
He's definitely not a cop.
Well, he's an FBI agent or whatever he says.
Yeah,
it's so
it's
good.
so good.
I'm gonna close off the show with a Florida man.
Oh, we got a Florida man this week.
Please search for Florida man who supposedly beat Seagull with a shovel.
Oh my God.
Marco Island, Florida. A man is wanted after he allegedly beat a seagull with a shovel on the beach in Marco Island, Florida, according to the news source. I think it's a pretty terrible thing, said Greg Jobin, who was on site during the attack. The attack.
Well, listen here, Greg Joe Biden. I know a thing about fucking
bird law.
Yeah, bird law, and I know a thing about seagulls on the beach in Florida. And when I was little, I was traumatized. I had a hot dog, and fucking all of a sudden, they were like, "Don't eat on the beach." And I brought it to the fucking beach. Stupid little me. Fucking swarmed by seagulls. They were like swooping down and shitting all over the place. I thought I was gonna get fucking hit. I just remember running down the fucking beach with the hot dog in my hand, and I got so terrified I just threw it behind me and fucking ran. And I never liked seagulls since that day. Or hot dogs. No, I'm just kidding. I love hot dogs.
What was just in my head? Oh, I was counting how many episodes. I forgot the number now, but how many episodes that we named after birds of Swamp Talk.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many of them.
For some reason.
They're just chickens, chicken kicker, bird law, birds, mafia, was it crow mafia or something? Mafia Raven. There's so many episodes, so maybe this one will be called Seagull Beater or something.
Seagull Beater
is pretty good, yeah. I like to think that the guy who beat this seagull up with a shovel had a very similar experience to your hot dog ordeal, and it's kind of like the origin stories of it's like the origin stories of like a supervillain.
Seagull hot dogs.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get my revenge. Go out and buy a shovel.
For some reason, fucking seagulls just they live off hot dogs, and like if you bring a hot dog to the beach, they're all gonna swarm you.
This one paragraph. After the bloody attack on a laughing seagull.
A laughing seagull? Joker face on him?
A fish and wildlife conservation commission officer brought it to some wildlife sanctuary hospital. He had multiple fractures. One wing was twisted. He had trauma, internal injuries. He was having trouble breathing. So it sounds like the
gave him COVID.
Okay. Yeah, gave him COVID. picture
crazy.
of a man holding a chair wearing light green shorts, a straw hat. It's just, oh, is that the guy? Oh, yeah, that guy is definitely a seagull beater.
Yeah, that guy looks like a seagull beater.
But man,
What's
fucking
his name?
Florida.
Seagull beater Peter?
No, they don't have a name.
His name's probably Peter.
Peter, seagull eater.
Beater.
Seagull beater.
Seagull eater? Oh, my God.
Oh, man. All right. Well, if you want to throw your socials out there one more time.
Wonderful. Well, my name is Adam Plant. I do ugly art. You can find me at lonelyaroma.com or on Instagram, lonely_aroma. And it's all ugly, trashy stuff that makes your parents want to swoon. Thank you for having me on this lovely show.
So, you can catch all his links in the description below the episode.
Yeah.
And
check those links out.
Cut it. It's shit.